Thank you.
Okay, just give me a couple minutes here. I'm going to tidy up this MTRA bag.
Actually, that's the next step is the tool inventory on closing up that bag. So if you can give it to me, or I'll read it to you.
I got a retro square scoop and a retro dead face. That's it.
Okay, copy that. That's a good, clean inventory. Thank you. You have a go to close that bag up, and then we'll take a glove and hap inspection from you.
Sounds good. And Wheel, if you are ready, I would be ready to take the APFR off the arm and install it on with 5. I just need a clocking from you.
Yep, copy that, Alex. And if you haven't already, you go to retract and stow the ingress aid, kind of lay it down on the boot plate. You have a go to remove it, and then the clocking is 6, a clocking of 6 and with 5.
Copy, clocking of 6. I'm folding the ingress aid now. It's a good call. I did not retract it yet. And I am tethered to the APFR.
Copy.
Here now a look from Alexander Gerst's helmet cam. He's working to remove that foot restraint from the end of the space station's robotic arm. APFR again articulating portable foot restraint. Gerst was strapped in for the first couple of hours for this spacewalk today. Currently 4 hours, 7 minutes, 50 seconds since beginning at 7:30 a.m. Central Time. All tasks up until this point being completed without issue. The failed pump module was successfully retrieved from the POA, moved down via the robotic arm and Gerst to the external stowage platform number 2, where Gerst and Wiseman worked to install it. All the bolts were installed successfully. The adjustable grapple bar removed prior to install and then stowed permanently by Reed Wiseman before he moved on to his next task. Wiseman already up at the MTRA, the relay assembly installed. Next up will be the routing of 4 cables, 2 for Wiseman, 2 for Gerst.
Copy that.
Once Gerst continues removing this foot restraint, he'll be stowing it and then moving back to the airlock briefly before heading up to the MTRA install site.
Uniform, Foxtrot 6 in work. Wheels, just give me a second to soak up the view for a couple, and then I will be looking at the MTRA cable bag.
Copy that.
And Alex, a heads up, I'll be moving the arm away from you.
Thanks, Butch. That's all right.
And
afraid I won't be flying it today anymore.
For Butch and Alex, Alex, once you're cleaned up on the settings, let me know when you're finished on the settings.
Yeah, I will. So I'll let you know. I'm just having trouble locating the arrow for the number setting, the single-digit number setting. I guess it's a yaw. But I'll take a minute here and I'll let you know.
Yeah, just take whatever time you need. If you can, let's just take a look at the space between the SSRMS and yourself. Just make sure everything is clear of the SSRMS.
It's a good call. I have that space right here in view, and it's all clear.
Okay, that's good. Thank you for that, and we can give a go to Butch to maneuver to a back off position. Thank you for that clearance.
Yeah, Butch, from my side, you go.
Copy that, Alex. Gonna move.
And Wheels, I might need your help here a little bit.
Okay, copy. You've got
the yaw setting of 6. Say again.
Okay, copy. And the yaw setting should be directly underneath the boot plate. Directly underneath.
I don't see an arrow. I see the numbers, but I don't see the corresponding arrow. If I would just know where that arrow, where that would be or where that should be, I can.
Okay, stand by checking.
So Alexander Gerst continuing to work to get that foot restraint into a stowage position on external platform 2. Meanwhile, Butch Wilmore backing away the station's robotic arm. Its tasks done for the day.
And Alex, stand by. We're trying to get some words for you.
Yeah. And Wheels, while you're waiting there, if you want to give me some info on the red-yellow cable, I can take it.
Okay, copy. And how was that glove and hap check?
Well, if I'd have done it, it'd be great. Let me knock that out.
Copy that. Hey, we got to keep each other honest.
Phenomenal, and yeah, you bet, Wheels. Gloves are no deltas at all. They look fine, and the hat is dry.
Okay, copy that.
So Wiseman doing a quick glove and hap check. The gloves, no deltas, no changes. The hap dry. That again, an absorbency pad inside the helmet, just in case any water were ever to get into the helmet again.
Also, Wheels, for the pitch setting, it appears to me that if I'm going to uniform, we have interference between the Ingress 8 and the ESP2. So I can either reconfigure the Ingress 8 or I can leave it in the setting of Tango Tango.
Stand by, Alex.
I can actually push it to uniform.
We'll take Tango Tango as a final parking position if that works for you, Alex.
Yeah, and having said that, I guess I should have taken into account the final yaw setting first. Maybe that will clock it off. So I'll wait for your words on that one before I put that in work.
And Alex, I think a 180. We think a 180 on the boot plate will give you the arrow indication on the yaw as well.
Okay. So you're saying I should put a 180 in the boot plate from where it is now?
On the yaw, affirmative.
And that can work. Beautiful. And that will allow me to go to uniform.
Affirmative.
Okay, it looks like now we have a uniform, foxtrot, and then I take it, it's the 6 that you want, although I do not have a confirming clue here.
Copy all. We're happy with that configuration, Alex. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for the help.
And Alex, if you could just confirm for us that the pitch knob, the control knob, is in the locked position. Sometimes those things can be.
Pitch knob is in the locked position and it pops out. I saw it popping out.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
And it was kind of hard to move, if you want to write that down.
Okay, copy that. Okay, Reed, we're back with you when you're ready.
I am ready, Wheels.
Okay, you're at the MTRA cable bag, yes?
That's correct. The lid's open and I see the red yellow cable.
And remember, we're kind of moving through some confined areas here, so if you feel like you need to stow your PGT on the cable bag to allow you transiting through there, you have a go to do that.
For now, I'm going to keep it with me. If you guys can, I don't know if you got a good camera view, probably not, but I'll try to watch it.
Okay, copy that. If you feel like any time that it's kind of getting in the way or the swing arm's catching on your PGT, you can stow it on the bag.
Okay, sounds good, Will.
And Reed, let me get Alex on his way here. Alex, when you're in good position, you can retrieve the bag and stow it on your BRT, the CP13 light bag.
That's complete.
Okay, and you have a go. Just take a look at the work site there. Make sure you're taking everything with you. And you have a go to translate to the airlock. And we're going to have you stow the CP13 light bag inside the airlock.
And that's going to work. Work site looks good to me. And I'll make sure you get another view on it on the WVS while I translate around this corner. Do you see it?
Yes, we can. That's a great view.
Okay.
So Gerst wrapping up down at ESP2. He's got the foot restraint stowed.
We got that as well.
Now going to translate back over to the airlock. Had a quick view of the Dragon spacecraft there. You can see it in the top left corner here. Right next to it, the robotic arm in its park position. Gerst is going to head back to the airlock and stow the bag with the failed CP13 camera port 13 light in it.
I wouldn't go that far to call it art.
Okay, Reed, and back to you. When you're in the bag, MTRA cable bag, you have a go to release the start wire tie on the red yellow cable.
Yep, that's complete, Wheels.
Okay, and retrieve the cable ends and mate and we have the two connector mates when you're ready.
Yeah, I am ready. I see a red hashtag J12 and a solid yellow J14. So I'm guessing the red goes in red and the yellow goes in yellow.
Affirmative. Those are good connectors. And on the MTRA, you have a go to connect Papa 12, which is the red, to the Juliet 12.
Okay, I'm putting that in work. Papa 12 to Juliet 12.
So Wiseman beginning the cable routing. He'll have the red and yellow cables to run down. Run down the port side of the mobile transport system. Once Gerst wraps up his time over in the airlock stowing the camera bag, he's going to head over and get the starboard side cables, the blue and the green.
E2's back at the airlock.
Copy, Alex. And back at the airlock, you have a go to open the thermal cover and stow the CP13 light bag inside the airlock.
Yeah, and I guess the quad module CTV back bag go in there as well. happy with that.
Alex, if you feel like you've got time and the access there, you have a go to put the crew lock bag into the airlock as well.
I don't see why we shouldn't do it now. I mean, you get it out of the way then and get that knocked out. We have to do it anyways.
Copy that. We'll take that.
Okay, wheels, P12 is on J12, made it over center.
Copy that. Copy that, Reed, and you have a go now on the yellow cable, a yellow connector, Papa 14, connect to Juliet 14.
Okay, Papa 14 to Juliet 14, that's going and works.
And Alex, while you're there at the airlock, we're just kind of looking at, I know you're having to tend that your safety tether is kind of a little finicky. If you would like to, you have a go to swap out and use the other safety tether that's on the outside of the CP13 light bag.
Okay, I copy that. Actually, I think it's fine. As long as I'm further out than just the first few meters. I'll have to tend it a little bit.
Okay, your choice.
For the offer.
Yeah, your choice. We didn't want you having to tend it too much.
Getting a view from Reed Wiseman's helmet cam as he continues to route those two cables down the port side of the mobile transporter. He got the relay assembly installed successfully following the removal of the dummy box of the dead face connector that was in its place. Wiseman will route the red and the yellow cable down to do half the cable routing work. Gerst, once he wraps up here at the airlock, is going to make his way up to the mobile transporter system, grab the blue and green cables out of the bag and route them down the starboard side.
The CP13 light bag is stowed on the aft UIA handrail.
Copy that, Alex.
And wheels, P14 is on J14, made it over center.
Okay, copy that, Reed. Thank you. And we'll take a WVS closeout imagery of that box now with those two connections, please.
Okay, give me one.
Of course, you guys can see we're coming into sunset, so configure as needed.
Actually, start. Wheels, how's that looking there? What do you need?
Okay, we don't have video now, but if that looks good for you, we've recorded it on board.
Yeah, I got two connectors, made it over center, and I think it looks great.
Okay, you have a go. Thank you, Reed. You have a go to release the cable ret from the bag on that cable.
Okay, that's gonna work.
So as you just heard, the station now in an orbital nighttime. It's about 260 statute miles, just about to cross over Russia and much of Central Asia. The crew 4 hours 26 minutes into this spacewalk this morning. Started at 7:30 a.m. Central Time.
15 seconds to hand over.
2 of the 3 major tasks already completed. The failed pump module relocated from its temporary home on the POA, where it's been since last December, down to the external stowage platform 2, installed on the rails and covered by the MLI that Reed Wiseman set up first thing through once he left the airlock. Successfully stowed the adjustable grapple bar, which had held the pump module in place to the POA for the last several months. Wiseman also completing all the cleanup activities before moving on to the mobile transport system. While he was doing that, Alexander Gerst successfully replacing a failed light at camera port 13. It's a light primarily used whenever visiting vehicles are arriving or various other robotic ops using the space station's robotic arm.
The bag is attached to the forward UIA handrail, and I'm out of the airlock and the thermal cover is closed.
Okay, copy that, Alex. Thank you. And this is a good point before you leave the airlock. Just verify that your safer handles are still down.
Checking.
And for you, Reed, we're going to start the routing of the red-yellow cable.
I copy that, Wheels. Hey, the first wire tie to put down, I always thought this would go up at the zenith part of the strut, but I do see right down here it's mid-MBS strut, and that makes a lot more sense to me with where the cable is laid out. So if it's okay with you, I'm just going to slap this mid-wire tie down.
That's correct. We'll take one midway and then again down at the nadir side.
That sounds good, Wheels. And Wheels, the safer handles are both down. I got a dry hat and gloves for no delta. And with your permission, I will be heading to the MTRA cable.
You have a go to translate to the help out with the cables. Thank you, Alex. Good checks.
Just out of curiosity, are we on time?
We are 4 hours and 30 minutes into the EVA, and you guys are smack dab on the timeline. Nice work.
Thank you.
So as you just heard Doug Wheelock report to the crew right on the timeline for today.
Okay, sir.
Coming up on 4 hours and 30 minutes elapsed time since the start at 7:30 this morning.
On the vertical strut, and then again, loosely wire tie at the base of that vertical strut. And then we're going to route the yellow cable toward... Go ahead.
I was just going to say the mid is done. I thought you were taking a break there. The mid cable's done, and I'll work on the lower now.
Okay, copy that. Yeah, and once you're loosely wire tied the lower part of it, and then we'll just take a WVS closeout from you.
Okay, that sounds good, Wheels.
So Alexander Gerst making his way over to the mobile transporter to help out with this relay assembly install. Reed Wiseman already there, has the relay assembly installed. The cables need to be routed now. It's some pretty complex and dexterous work for these astronauts to wrap the cables around the necessary paths, especially working inside of those over 390-pound pressurized spacesuits. Each will have 2 cables to route. Again, Reed has the red and the yellow working on the port side. Gerst, once he arrives, will grab out the blue and green from the stowage bag and begin routing those down the starboard side. They'll have to do a number of checkouts and wire ties down while they're routing them, further adding to a bit of the complexity.
Through the MTRA, so far everything looks good, and looking at my safety tether. It is free.
Copy that. That's a good call.
Let me know if I'm in your way. I'll push that back. Go ahead, Wheels.
Okay, copy that read, and when you're ready, you can route the yellow cable toward the J24 connection. That's MT port.
Okay, I'll put that in work. And Alex, it looks like you've got great access to mate the cables. I don't know if that's true or not. I think I'm good. But let me know if I push this bag. You should be fine because now I'm kind of moving over this way anyway.
And Alex, now that you're on the scene there, same bit of advice to you on the PGT. If you feel like you want to stow it on the cable bag, you can do that just to allow you access.
The PGT? Yes.
Yeah, just
I'll assess that. Actually,
okay, yeah,
I think my access is good. Do you see any?
So far,
do you see any clearance issue here that I don't have an SA?
No, I think we should be good. It's just kind of tight down at the lower end there. So if you find that it's impeding your motion or workspace down, especially down at the connection end, you can stow that at your discretion.
Yeah, and that's a good call. Thanks for that. And right now I'm good, but I will keep it in mind. And if you are ready, I would be ready to start connecting these MTRA cables.
Okay, 15 seconds to handover. We'll meet you on the other side. Just a short handover.
Perfect, Wheels.
So quick comm handover coming up here. Should be reacquiring some video of the spacewalking astronauts within the next minute or two. This is the last scheduled task for the spacewalkers today. As I mentioned a couple of times, they're pretty much smack dab on the timeline, moving through very efficiently, not hitting any major roadblocks with any of their tasks today. If all continues to go on the timeline, this spacewalk should hit 6.5-hour mark pretty much right on. Not looking at the moment like any get-ahead tasks will be added on.
You can release the start wire tie on the blue-green cable when you're ready.
You know, I actually have as much cable out that I have already enough cable lengths to reach the connectors. I'm not sure if I actually recommend doing it that way, Alex. Yeah, okay. Where you have a visual on where the start wire tie is way down here by me. I could probably get it for you if you wanted. I'll check. I'll see it.
And Alex,
maybe that's not start. Maybe
if you feel like you've got enough cable, Alex.
Wheels, you got the comm. Wheels.
No, that's okay. I just if Alex feels like he has enough cable to make the connections, we're good with that.
And I have the start wire tie here, but that's of course not tied, and so there's no point in untying it right now. I mean, but I have access to it.
Okay, and when you're ready,
for EV1,
go ahead.
I'm at J24, so Alex is ready to mate, and I am also ready to mate.
Okay, copy that. Both of you are go to mate the connectors. Read your the P1 cable. You should be disconnected from the J24.
Okay, I'll put that one in work, Wheels.
Okay, copy that.
Any order for me?
Yeah, order is not important for you, Alex, and you have a go to connect the Papa 11, the blue, to the Juliet 11, and then Papa 13, the green, to Juliet 13.
Copy that. I think my cell phone's ringing. And I do have a good check of the pins, no fraud, and the EMI band was good. And the is connected. And J1P24 is demated.
Copy that, Reed. You have a go now to, on the hand grip, the Juliet 44 Papa 1, that's the yellow. You're going to connect to Papa 1 on the cable.
And Wheels, I got two good connections. Good pins, no fraud, good EMI band, a bail over center on both Juliet 13 and Juliet 11, and the band radius is good.
Copy all, Alex. Thank you.
Okay, just to be 100% sure, Wheels J24, which I just removed, is going onto the hand, correct?
Stand by, Reed.
If you need more clarification, the cable that I'm talking about is called E1/J26/J24, and I just removed that from the J24 connector.
That's correct. Then you go to the hand grip with that connector.
Okay, that's mated over center. It was good pins, no FOD, good EMI band.
Copy that. And the last connection should be the Papa 024 to Juliet 024.
Okay, I got Papa 024 in my hand, and I'll plug that into Juliet 024.
Good readback.
So again, Wiseman and Gerst working to install these cables to the mobile transporter relay assembly. A new box that'll provide redundant power to the mobile transporter system if it ever becomes necessary. Definitely one of the most dexterous and intensive tasks for them this afternoon, doing some pretty serious cable management, 260 miles over the Earth's surface. I have to use a number of wire ties, as you can see here, to secure the cables in place.
Go to release the tether from the MTRA cable back.
You have a go.
To be clear, the tether between the cable and the MTRA cable back.
Yes, sir. With those connections made, you have a go to release that ret.
Thank you. Wheels, I'm happy to report that P24 is mated to J24 over center. Tethers are clear, and it was good pins, no FOD, good EMI band.
That's all very good news, Reed. Thank you.
So just getting confirmation the heater power to the MTRA installed successfully.
The silver handrail, if you could, please.
That's going to work, Wheels. And Wheels, is there a designated wire tie for that? I'm guessing there. I see wire tie 5. Looks like it wants to be that wire tie. I got it. I got it.
Yeah, it should be wire tie. Yeah, wire tie 4. There you go.
And Wheels, let me just ask this for down the road. Do you have good WAVS video right now?
We do. It's dark, but we can see.
Okay, wire tie number 4. Actually, let me just sort this out. I think I understand what's going on. But wire tie number 4 almost looks like it needs to be released from the rest of the cable because the cable makes a big loop here. And I think I need to get that loop out so that I have room to put down the next wire ties down the struts. That's absolutely got to be that way.
That is correct.
The wheels, just double checking, number 10 goes at the base of the top round strut.
Affirmative, Alex. And actually 9 should be at the base of the vertical strut, and then 10 is kind of along the starboard zenith of the horizontal strut.
Okay, copy that. That makes more sense.
So right now, coming up on 4 hours, 45 minutes into this morning's spacewalk. Reed Wiseman and Alexander Gerst working now to do all the cable routing for this mobile transport relay assembly. Once installed and activated, it'll provide another redundant power stream to the mobile transport system, which is used to move the space station's robotic arm and also the special purpose dexterous manipulator up and down the station's truss, basically the backbone structure of the floating laboratory. And this is the last major task scheduled for the for this spacewalk, U.S. EVA number 27, the 182nd spacewalk in support of station construction maintenance.
It's nice and quiet. You guys are doing a great job. We're enjoying watching you. Let us know if you need any more guidance on that breadcrumb trail of wire ties.
Whoever labeled all these did a superb job, Jackie. I actually like the colors, too.
Big smile from Jackie and the team.
Lead EVA Officer Jacqueline Kay there on the right side of your screen. She's leading the team that planned and trained the crew for this spacewalk. Also leading the team here inside of Mission Control Houston for providing any real-time updates and support to The flight director in the Capcom directing the astronauts today, Doug Wheelock.
Actually, it says on the label.
Wheelock, again, you can see in the white shirt there at the top of your screen.
Which I don't see a number on, but I think you see it on my WVS.
Yeah, the starboard nadir horizontal strut. And if it would help, I don't know if you could see the picture in your cuff checklist. That might help you out.
Yeah, I'll have a look at it, actually. That's a good point. Okay, Wheels from EV1. I think I'm heading under the MT, and my next step will be to BRT to the handrail under there, right?
Checking. Yeah, stand by just a second, Reed.
Okay, sounds good, Wheels.
And Reed, we need for you to do wire ties 5 and 6 as well. Just the in those locations. Just
Wheels, those are complete.
Okay,
those are complete.
Perfect. Then yes, you are go to translate to the J37 location, MT Nadir, and the handrail is 8416 for the BRT recommendation.
Okay, copy that.
And Reed, as a reminder, on the attach the RET hook from the cable to your swing arm too. Will help us in the tending once we get these released.
You know what, Wheels? I'm going to have a minor delta. I put it to my mini workstation. I know they want it on the swing arm, and I know why. But for right now, I'm a little bit overredded down there. So I'm going to leave it on my mini workstation, and hopefully that'll work out.
Okay, we're comfortable with that if that works better for you.
And in front of my face is handrail 8416, 8417, and I see a J37 and a J35 connector.
Perfect. We're recommending BRT on handrail. You're in the right location, first of all. Good news. And we'd like to recommend that you use a BRT location of handrail 8416. Head station forward, feet station aft.
Just like the MBL, and I'm already there.
Roger that.
And if I can ask a quick question here, I have number 11 down. You want me to connect the J26 connector first, or put down number 12?
Checking, Alex.
Dr. Hurst. Commander. Hey, can you do a quick tether check on me? Make sure it's just running down that way and you look clear from it. It's in front of my legs? Yes. Okay. It runs down there and I'm clear from it. My tether goes over it, but no snarl, nothing. Copy that.
Okay, and Alex, to answer your previous, we're ready for you to make that cable connection on the green. When you're ready, I'll read that to you.
I am getting in position. I think it's this J26 connector.
Affirmative.
You agree?
Affirmative.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to release P1 from the J26 connector and then mate that P1 to the hand grip.
Okay. I see the P1. It's called P1/J26/J24, and it connects to a connector that is labeled on the MT that is labeled J026.
Copy that. You have a go to release that P1 from that J26 connector.
It is released.
Okay, and that connector that you just released gets connected to the green hand grip, the hand grip on the green, which should be labeled J43 slant Papa 1.
I have that right in front of me, and it's labeled J43 Papa 1 MT relay box power W3.
Copy that. You can make that connection.
Okay, good pin, no fault, good MI band. Rail is over center, it's done.
Copy that. Should be one.
Reed, are you waiting for my comp? You gotta keep working this out. Okay, continue.
Okay, Alex, you should have one more connector on the green. That's the Papa 026 connector. That gets connected to the J26 on the MT.
That didn't work. Good pins, no fault, good EMI bend. Tail over center, good connection. Good bend radius.
Great, nice work. Next for you, Alex, will be, we'll take a WVS closeout if you're able.
So the cable work continuing for Wiseman and Gerst.
Let me know.
Again, as you're watching right now, it's pretty tedious, very dexterous work for these two astronauts currently 4 hours and 54 minutes into their spacewalk. Before mating any of the connectors, they have to put down a number of wire tie cables to hold these cables in place.
So configure, you probably have already seen that, the sun coming up. So, Alex, we're happy with those connections. We'd like you to stand by there until we're finished with the read on the red cable.
Standing by. Man, Alex, look out at that horizon. Look at that thunderstorm on the horizon just past me. Other way. Can't see. Look underneath me. Maybe I'm blocking the whole view. Okay, Wheels, we are all set under here and ready to talk.
Okay, copy that. Reed, for you, we're going to prep the red cable install. So we're going to remove the caps from the red cable. We're going to
copy that. That's in work, Wheels.
Copy.
You want me to just do it now? Yeah, I'm doing it.
Affirmative.
Well, so far the two have gotten the yellow and the green cable routed and installed correctly. You can see the sun coming back up, light illuminating the work site for the two spacewalkers.
Just remove the cap from the J37 connection and connect that. Because if I remove both caps with the memory in this cable, I may never see it again. It's going to be back up at the NTRA box.
Checking. Affirmative, Reed. You can do it in that order if you'd like.
Yeah, let's do it in that order. And I have the P37 connector in my hand. It's got no FOD, 3 beautiful pins, and a good EMI band.
Copy that.
And I'm guessing I need to demate J37 and then mate this into J37, but I'll let you tell me.
Stand by. You have a go to make that connection.
Yeah, it's going to work now. And Wheels, just to be 100% sure, I have a go to demate the cable going into J37 and then mate the P37 connection.
That's correct, Reed. You have a go.
Okay, Wheels, that's in work.
So NASA astronaut Reed Wiseman working meticulously, making sure he's got all of his instructions clear with Doug Wheelock, Wheels down here on the ground. Jacqueline Kagi and the EVA team following along every step of the way.
Nice work. No, I haven't gotten it yet. I got the P37 off, but remating the new P37 is proving a little difficult. I could possibly be in the position where I can lend you one hand here. If that would help, let me know. Yeah, if you can put some pressure down on the top of that connector. Stand by. You're trying to connect that one, right? Yeah, I cannot get the two ends to line up. Not all the way in. I agree.
So Gerst reaching over to try and lend a hand, as you can see, working in fairly tight quarters here. Not made any easier by an almost 400-pound pressurized spacesuit.
J37 on the red cable wheels.
Okay, nice work. And Reed, before we take the next step, I would like you to attach a tether to the Jolly Jumper tether point.
Okay, and I will use the tether that's from the caps. I think I have one free end on that.
Affirmative, that's the one we'd like you to use.
And I am tethering to the P37 connector that I just took off. There's a tether loop on that. And that's complete, Wheels.
Copy. And Reed, before we make the next disconnection, we'd like to feed a wire tie through the booty tether points and wrap them off so they're tethered.
That is complete.
That's complete. Okay, copy.
Yeah, I have a tether, I have an adjustable that's going to the jolly jumper, and I have a wire tie going to the thermal cover that's covering what I assume will be a connector when I open it up.
Okay, with that in place, it sounds like a good config. You have a go to disconnect the other end of the jolly jumper, which should be Whiskey 9182 from the UMA cable P2, Papa 2 port connection.
Okay, and I guess that's inside the burrito, correct?
Affirmative.
Okay, and I have a go to demate this UMA2 cable. It's tough to see. It looks like a UMA2 P2 cable. And the jolly jumper, basically.
Affirmative. You have a go to demate.
Also, a little tough. Wheels, give me a couple minutes here.
Copy, no problem.
Yeah, we also have a little trouble with that one. Any recommended techniques? Can I pull on the UMA2, the part still attached, the opposite side of the jolly jumper, try to get this thing to come apart?
Okay, stay by. We'll get you some words, Reed.
Maybe have Dr. Gerst give it a try?
You can have Alex give it a try. Also, you can use the back shell if you like to kind of just try to pull parallel to the connection, obviously, but you can use the back shell.
Yeah, I'm trying that, Wheels. It's really stuck.
Copy that. Stand by.
Hey, Alex. Yep. If I un-BRT, you see this connector here, can you give this one a shot, or is it too far over? Let's try maybe, I can try one hand on it, and I can do that without you moving away. I mean, I can't get it to budge, so. Okay. Yeah, if you move over a little bit, I can give it a try. Let me know if you need me to move more, or I can remove my BRT. That might work. So this one we want to disconnect? Yes, sir. I already have it over center, or release from over center. Yeah, that's a good direction there, but it needs to go backward, right? Yep.
So Wiseman running into a bit of a stubborn connector. Alexander Gerst trying to lend a hand.
Nice work. Wheels.
And sounds like a success.
That's awesome.
Wunderbar. Nice job, Alex. Good job working together, guys.
Yeah, Now we just got to get the SD native. Yeah, it's the other way around. All right, there we go. Nice job, Alex. Nice job. I just got the better angle, and you made it tired. Yeah, that's right. I loosened it up for you. Got it.
Yeah, Reed loosened it up for you, Alex. Don't get too proud there. Just kidding. Nice work. Great work together, guys. And when you're ready, Reed, you have a go on the other connection, the Papa 2 hand grip to the UMA cable port 2, P2.
Okay, copy that, Wheels. And I can remove the cap from the hand grip, correct?
Affirmative.
And the hand grip is going onto the connection that Alex just removed.
That is correct. There should be a jumper that's free now, and that connection gets connected to the UMA cable P2, Papa 2.
Yep, that looks good, Wheels. I just had to get that old jolly jumper out of the way so I could understand what was all where.
Roger that.
Good pins, no fob. Good deal, my band.
Copy that, Reed. Thank you.
Much easier to make. That is mated over center, Wheels.
Okay, copy that. With Alex with the blue cable near him there, we'll do the transfer of the blue cable to you, Reed.
Okay. And is Alex going to hang out, or is he going to get out of here and go start cleaning up bags?
Checking.
I think I'll take the burrito from you. Okay, do you want to take this one that I just got off? Yep. Let me know what's the best way. I can give you a ret. I have a ret and free. I have it on a ret right now. And if you can throw a ret onto this, here, just start pulling. Yeah. And I think once I got this on, you want to release the ret on your side. Stand by one. Yeah, I see it.
And as you guys are working,
I am ready to it.
Go ahead, guys.
Okay, thanks, Wheels. We're almost there. Okay, if you're ready, Alex, release my ret. Just give me a second. Actually, I want to ret to the swing arm. Alex, I should ret. Since this ret came with that. Wait a second. Don't do it. Okay. I'm not going to touch anything. Minutes to get the first. Alex, technically, I'm going to give you. I have attached to it. Okay. Yeah, but just wait a second. understand what you mean and I agree. Okay, so the Medusa is now connected to my swing arm, and you are now go to release that wreck on your side.
Just about 5 hours, 12 minutes elapsed in today's spacewalk.
Okay, awesome. Nice work together. To answer your previous question, Reed, we're going to keep Alex there. We're going to work together. We thought that might be a little more efficient if we run into some issues. So we're going to work together on this second jumper when you guys are ready.
We are ready, man.
Okay, so you've prepped the blue cable. I think the caps removed, and then the wire tie through the booty tether points again.
Okay, we will get that in work. That is not complete yet.
Okay, go ahead and work on those, and it's remove the blue caps, feed the wire tie through the booty tether points, twist the wire tie 3 times, and remove the booty using the wire tie tail on the caps.
Sounds good.
And before you do that removal, the free end of that Medusa is not attached to anything yet, so get that attached to you at some point before you make those disconnections.
Okay, that sounds good. So I have the blue cable in my hand, and I will start working all that stuff.
Copy that.
Actually, Alex, do you want this Medusa as well? I think you will. I'd gladly take this Medusa as well. Okay. Just running out of tether points on my swing arm, so I will tether this first Medusa to the second Medusa to the first one. So now we have a true Medusa. Sounds good. And it is ready.
And as you guys are preparing for the work here on this jumper, Reed, do you have a go to do it in a similar order as you did the other jumper? If you want to break a connection and remake that same one, you have a go to do that.
Okay, sounds good. All right, Alex, I need to make real sure that Medusa and all this stuff stays where it can come out to you. Okay, if you want to take that cap off, Alex, I'm going to undo the J35 connector here. Getting in position for that. Okay, J35 is off, Wheels.
Okay, copy that. And I guess the jumper, the Jolly Jumper tether point, just make sure we have a tether on that Jolly Jumper as well.
Yeah, it's tethered onto my swing arm via the first Jolly Jumper.
Okay, perfect. You have a go on the J35 disconnect.
Okay, let me just look at routing real quick. That's good. Okay, Alex, we may have to work on that. Okay. Wheels, you said I am go for disconnecting the other end of the Jolly Jumper. Is that correct? Or do you want me to make the P35, J35 first?
You could do it in whatever order is convenient for you, Reed. If you want to disconnect the other end of the jumper, you have a go to do that as well.
Okay, for now, let me just get J35. It's in my hand. I'll get that connected.
Copy that. P35 to J35. You have a go for that connection.
Okay, 3 good pins, no 5 good EMI bands.
Five seconds to a short handover.
P35. Okay, P35. That cleans up your workspace a lot. I agree, that's what I'm going to work on next. Good call. Okay, so that's looking good. Now next up is the booty.
Okay, guys, we're back with you. And so during the handover, you guys weren't talking bad about us, were you?
No, it was a short handover, so we didn't talk bad.
Okay, copy that. And we understand we missed the call, Reed, that the P35 connection is in fact connected to the J35.
You bet.
Okay, copy that. Thanks.
Right now, Wheels, I am removing the burrito, booty, and we'll transfer that to Alex.
Beautiful.
Okay, Alex. I need to wrap the other way around. You'll be OT. Yep. I'm moving over, and we will get that out this direction. Okay, now there's one more thing, and that's the jumper. So, Wheels, do we have a go to demate the Alex Gerst connection on the J35 Jolly Jumper?
Yes, you do. And I think you, just rechecking, I think you already told me that the Jolly Jumper is tethered.
That's correct, Wheels.
Okay, you have a go to demate the other end of the Jolly Jumper from the UMA cable Papa 2.
That one might also require the Gerst touch. Let me work on that for a little bit. Let me at least loosen it up for you, Alex. Yeah. We'll fight it down. Okay, I'll just give it over to you right now. See if you can do it. Let me reconfigure. Which one? That one right there, yep. Maybe like the last one, if we connect and disconnect it a bunch of times, that might help. Yes, there you go. Good. Good. And you should have that jumper. Let me know how we need to run it so that it comes down to you. Let's see. I'm working on that now. Let me just get my BRT back on here when I get the table so I don't bump into hardware. Okay, good call. All right, I'm ready to receive the second Medusa. Okay, I'm working it out. Is that it? Hold on, let me just get it off the hand grip here. Okay, should be free now. Okay. Okay, Wheels, we've got a hand grip and the connection that Alex just undid.
Okay, copy. And do you have a go to make that last connection, the hand grip to the UMA cable P2?
Sounds good. That's in work.
So Wiseman and Gers moving towards the end of their cable routing activity here with the mobile transport relay assembly. Currently 5 hours, 22 minutes, and 30 seconds into the EVA.
Good EMI.
Okay, copy. Nice work, guys.
Still have to
Made it over center.
deploy a number of wire ties to hold these cables in place before they can wrap everything up.
Okay, copy all, guys. Nice work. And underneath here, we could do this working together as we're cleaning up. We're going to, you see how everything's kind of bowing out there, or if it is, we want to kind of tidy that up, just kind of keeping a low profile. So using wire tie number 7, wire tie number 13, this should be on the cable. You can use those wire ties to kind of tidy things up and monitor the bend radius as well.
Yeah, firm. I think if we pull them up too tight, that'll definitely hurt the bend radius.
Absolutely.
And we did that cross connection check, right? I'm not sure I understand. We only undid one at a time. Is that what you're talking about? So there's no way that we need cross connected. That makes sense.
And we're confirming there is no way that you would have cross-connected.
What could possibly go wrong?
You took the words right out of my mouth, Reed.
I got to give Alex credit on that one. I think, Alex, we could do this wire tie over on that handle on 8416. I don't think it's really necessary, but we can do it. So let me just move my BRT down a little bit.
So again, at this point, all 4 cables routed and connected. The 2 doing some quick tidying up, tying in some wire ties to help cinch the cables a little bit closer to the structure.
You know what, Alex? At this point, you can go start working on those bag cleanups if you want, because it's just this one wire tie. Okay, I can definitely bring the Medusa up there and wrap it in the cable bag.
Yeah, for you, Alex, as you translate back to the cable bag, just follow your tether, of course, and if needed, you can cinch and apply some additional twists on those on that blue-green cable, just to make it with a low profile there.
Yep, I'll do that.
Yeah, the objective here, guys, is to make sure everything is out of the MT translation path and also just minding the bend radius as well.
Mind the gap.
Roger that.
Okay. And Wheels, I'll do that on the way back down because right now I have this Medusa contraption here and I don't want to get it caught anywhere. So I'll bring that up and then on the way down I'll make sure it's all nice and tidy.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, Wheels. I think we're looking good under here. You can maybe look at my WVS. I kind of like it.
We're looking now, Reed. It really looks good to us through the WVS, Reed. If you, in your assessment of the area, if it looks like it's clear of the MT translation and bend radius is not an issue, then we're good.
Yeah, I think if I pull anything any tighter, I'm going to start violating the bend radius. And so I think it looks nice. And I don't know, from 8417, the thing that's hanging down farthest is the blue cable, and that's at most 10 inches later from 8417. If that sounds okay with the back room, then I'm going to leave it as it is.
Checking now. Getting a thumbs up if that's a good config. Reed, thanks. Nice work to both of you down there. And you have to go to translate back to the cable bag.
Okay, we got that on work, both of us do. It's a little messier than when I arrived here. There's more cables.
Yeah, in that case, in this case, that's a good thing to have it a little bit busier. Thanks.
Okay, Wheels, I think the next call I'm supposed to make is Alex and I are clear of the connectors.
Excellent call. Thank you very much.
So Wiseman and Gerst now clear of the connectors, making their way back up towards the top of the mobile transporter. Very shortly, the robotics officers here in Mission Control Houston will be doing some initial power-up testing.
Close that lid on this thing.
Copy that. We imagine that must be a mess in there. But before you close the lid, we just want to make sure that we've got 2 complete sets of the Medusa stuff. And so we'll do a bag inventory before you close the lid.
Yep. And I do have 2 burritos, like the little MLI shroud. I do have 2 Jolly Jumpers. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 cats. I see 2 adjustable. And last but not least, 2 red.
Copy that, Alex. And there should have 2 rets on each of the bundles. Is that correct?
I see 1 red on each of the bundles. I think it's only a single red on each.
Okay. Stand by.
And that's how I remember it. That's how it was in the bag. Yep.
Okay, copy that. And stand by just a second, Alex.
Standing by.
And stand by just for a minute, Alex. We're trying to make sure we know where 2 other rets are. Stand by.
So 5 hours, 33 minutes into today's spacewalk. All of the major tasks for today accomplished.
Thank you.
Looks like a good install so far on this mobile transporter relay assembly. Earlier, the failed pump module was successfully relocated to external stowage platform 2, and the failed light on camera port 13 has been replaced. Right now, the crew's starting to clean up a little bit around their work site. The team's here in Mission Control discussing whether or not they'll have some time to do any of the get-ahead tasks. As mentioned, the EVA originally scheduled to last about 6 hours and 30 minutes. The crew's currently about 15 minutes ahead of their timeline, so again, the team's here discussing.
That's a true statement. When we get all cleaned up here, we'll regroup and figure out how we're going to press forward.
Okay, sounds good, Will. So, Reed, do you want to put the MTRA bag right in that corner before I close it? The MTRA bag's still pretty big, Alex, so what I would suggest is if you and I are heading back to the airlock after this, then we should just each take 1 bag. I think that'll be the easiest. If you want to try to squeeze the MTRA bag in here now, we can do it. Hey, your call. You see that bag better than I. Either way is fine with me. Yeah, let's let Wheels answer that one.
Okay, and yeah, just stand by on the carrying of the bags. We're discussing now as a team, and I'm also just checking on the making sure on the wire ties and stuff. So just stand by just for a second.
No problem, Wheels. No problem. So, Alex, while we're standing by, I will bring this bag over. We'll take a look and see. Sound good? Sounds good with me.
Okay, guys, and the only thing we have left here for cleanup at this work site, we just wanted to make sure that you guys can, I think, Alec, or Reed, I think you, on your way working back to Zenith, you checked your wire ties and everything was nicely stowed. Alex, I think you had mentioned that you might want to drop off the Medusas first before you head back down and recheck those.
Yeah. You know what? What I could offer you is I can do that and put that in work right now and let Reed close the bag, and then I come back up and help Reed.
Beautiful.
If he needs that.
Beautiful. We like that plan. Thanks.
That's fine with you, Reed? It is, but I will definitely need some help putting these 2 bags together if that's what we're going to do. Yeah, okay, I'll come back up. So, Wheels, am I correct? Am I thinking that we will head back to airlock after this. If that's true, I'm not even going to waste the energy to try to bundle these two bags.
Yep. Stand by. Okay, Reed, from right now...
You got KU right now. Sorry.
Yeah, we're still discussing, but you do not need to bundle the two bags.
Okay, sounds good. Wheels, do you have KU right now?
We do.
You do a closeout survey, so the upper two wire ties you see.
Okay, copy. We see that.
Everything down to number 11 looks good to me. I'm going to work on 12 a little bit more. All right, Wheels, this looks all nice and tidy to me.
Nice work, Alex, and we've got good WVS too. Thank you very much. You have to go to make your way up to the zenith near Reed, and once you're there, I'll give you guys some big picture words and get your thoughts on how to proceed.
Sounds good, Wheels. Alex, I got this side of the bag complete, but you'll need to, there's one lid strap that you'll need to do, and I think it'll be good enough. And I still have the MTRA bag over here. Copy. Nice job on that bag. Now we'll see. So it should be, there should be a tether that's just on a loop right there. Yep, perfect. Got it. Should be closed. I'm ready to start.
Okay, guys, you in position together there at the top of the MT?
That's correct, Wheels.
Okay, here's what we're looking at, guys. First of all, tremendous work. Tremendous work. You guys did an excellent job, and especially the parts where I had to work together. I know there's some tough connections there, so we're looking really, really good. We are at the 5-hour and 41-minute point of the EVA, and so well done. What we wanted to get from you is how you're feeling. What we're thinking is heading back to the airlock, and we're thinking of sending you to get the 2 bags that were left out in an earlier EVA, the G-Tech bags from the zenith part of the airlock, and the Node 3 bag, which happens to be on Node 1, kind of aft of the Z1. How copy?
We copy that, Wheels, and I think we're good with that. If I gave you an honest assessment, I'd say I feel exactly like I would at the 5.5-hour mark in the MDL. My fingers are definitely tired, but I feel good. So I think that's a pretty good plan. And Alex, over to you to discuss. No problem at all.
Okay, that sounds great, guys. So Alex, we'll go ahead and have you grab the cable bag and yes, and have you, Reed, go ahead and grab the MTRA bag and get those on your BRT. And before we depart, we're going to do a glove and hap check, and we're going to also just check the work site and make sure we're taking everything in with us.
Sounds good, Wheels. And work. Hey, Reed, if you don't mind, would you release your side of the cable bag? I am tethered to it. Yes, that is absolutely a fair question. Give me just a minute and I'll do that. I didn't get that one done yet. Did you need to hand it back or do that one? Say again, I didn't. This tether, I used the bag, started going over to you before I got it complete. Oh, I see. Does that work? Yeah, I'm not going to make it pretty. It's done. It's glued down on itself. You good with that? I am good with that.
And this is Mission Control, 5 hours, 45 minutes through the spacewalk. As you heard, the crew reporting they're feeling good, and with a little bit of extra time on the timeline, are going to do some get-ahead tasks here, basically just grabbing some equipment bags currently stowed on the outer portion of the International Space Station, relocating them to a much easier and more accessible location. This should only take about 15 minutes or so is the scheduled time, and then they'll be right on track to begin cleanup and ingress back into the Quest airlock to bring an end to today's spacewalk. But again, all major tasks completed successfully, starting off with that retrieval of the failed pump module and relocating it from the POA over to the external stowage platform 2. Following that success, Alexander Gross moved up to replace a failed light on the camera port 13.
Okay, looks like you guys
Then both he and Reed Wiseman successfully installing that relay assembly box on the mobile transporter, doing all the extensive cable routing.
EV2 got a dry half and gloves, no delta. And same for 1.
Okay, guys, as you depart the MT there, just take a look around, make sure you're taking everything with you, and there's nothing hanging in the MT translation path. And you have a go to make your way back to the airlock. What we're going to do is stow these 2 bags outside of the airlock, and then Reed, we're going to send you up zenith around the airlock, or actually up onto node 1 aft of the Z1 truss to retrieve the node 3 cable bag that's there.
Okay, I will probably need a good description again when we get closer to the task.
Roger that. Roger that. For now, make your way back to the airlock, and we're going to attempt to stow both of those bags on the outside of the airlock.
Wheels, copy that, Wheels. You should get WVS survey overview of the whole cable. Let me know if you have it in view or you need a rotation.
Those are both good views for us. Thank you, guys.
Looks all pretty clean to me. Did you have a last look on top of the MT, right? I looked at the MT area box before I left. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, and the work site where we had the cable bag. Yep, it looked as clean as I could tell anyway. Yep. Good with me.
So again, the 2 spacewalkers finishing up at the mobile transporter. Reed Wiseman is tapped to go and retrieve the Node 3 avionics bag, one of the get-ahead tasks for today. He's going to be moving to the aft part of the airlock and eventually translating over to Node 1. Once there, he'll verify that the Node 3 avionics bag is closed, and then retrieve it, translate back over to the airlock, and transfer the bag inside for temporary stowage. Again, this task being done to just make it more accessible, get ahead time for future EVAs.
And Reed and Alex, we've decided we're not going to go after those extra bags. So just take your time going back, nice and easy, back to the airlock, and we'll be finishing up once you get back there. So let's finish well.
Sounds good, Wheels.
And it looks like the EVA teams had a quick change of heart. Looks like the 2 spacewalkers, Reed Wiseman and Alexander Gerst, are going to make their way back towards the airlock now and probably begin ingressing and wrapping up for the day.
Watch out, Reed, when you come over the feeder spur. Yep, your tether's getting a little bit close to my twist, so I'll dive out of the way. Okay. I'll just hold here. Not a bad place to stop anyways. Not at the sun setting, that's for sure. And I'm clear. Okay, copy that. I'm coming down the CETA. You want me to go aft or forward? You should probably end up forward so that our tethers are not deconflicted, but honestly, it doesn't matter at this point. If you just want to go start putting that bag in, and then maybe you can even just go in the airlock. All right. Let me look around a little bit here on my tether. Needs to be fit in. And I will hang here at the toolboxes until you tell me that I can come down there.
Okay, guys, nice work in the translation. And Alex, when you're ready, you can open the thermal cover and put your bag inside, and you have a go for ingress.
Copy that. I'm still working a little bit on the tether here. Didn't want to feed all the way back in. That last meter, I think it's half a fathom that's missing. Yeah, I think that is about a half a fathom, it looks like. See if you can lock, unlock. Does that work or not? Nice trick. It worked. Yeah, somebody taught me that about 4.5 hours ago. I got plenty.
We see the bag inside there, Alex. Nice work. And then when you're able, you can attach your right waist tether to the airlock D-ring extender.
Yep, I'll put that in work. Me too. Hey, Reed? Yes, sir. How close are you? I'm coming down unless you don't want me to. Can you relieve my waist tether from the airlock D-ring? Yeah. Sorry, from the airlock. I see it. Just give me 1 minute to get my own tether down, and I will release yours. Meanwhile, the MTRA cable bag is connected to the forward airlock handrail that's just above the hatch.
Copy that,
Alex.
Alex.
Your waist tether if you want it. Thank you. Okay, my waist tether is on the airlock D-ring extender. Big hook is closed, black on black. The small hook goes to my boot right D-ring extender. Small hook is closed, black on black.
Okay, copy that, Alex. You have a go to ingress then, and just kind of keep an eye on tend the bags and understand that you have to get to the MPEV and also the your SCU, so just as your ingress.
Yeah. EV2 as ingress. I got a good access to UIA, SCU, and most of the bags, I would say.
Okay, awesome. Nice work.
Do you have good access to throw a tether on that one? It's still on my BRT, Alex. Let me see which tether that would be. I got one here. That's good. Okay, give me a second. Absolutely, all the time in the world. And that tether is on there, and that's the forward UIA handrail. Okay, so I'm going to release my BRT ret if you're ready. You'll go. Okay. BRT ret is off.
So at this point, Alexander Gerst already back inside of the Quest airlock.
And here comes the bag to you.
Reed Wiseman passing down the last few bags as he waits just outside.
Got himself.
Currently getting closer to 6 hours, right now 5 hours, 57 minutes elapsed time since the spacewalk kicked off at 7:30 this morning.
Push it all towards the port, towards the hatch, and this looks all clear to me for your ingress. Okay, so the next step, you have a good tether path, right? So I am going to release your safety tether at this time? That is correct. Okay. Okay, I'm going to unlock yours. And I think for procedure, I want yours on my right D-ring extender. I think that's right. Okay, Alex, I have your safety tether, big hook, on my right D-ring extender. It is bell closed, black on black. And then it's coming up to you. Sounds good? If you could just confirm the rest of that chain so that I know I will. That would be cool. So that safety tether that's coming up from the hatch comes to my right D-ring extender. The small hook is closed and black on black. From there, the load path continues to another small hook closed black on black towards my waist tether, and that's hooked in the airlock D-ring extender, closed black on black. Okay, so we're on the D-ring extender. Wheels, do I have a go to release my safety tether, EV1 safety tether?
We hear the daisy chain is good, and you have a go to release your safety tether, Reed.
Okay, my safety tether is off.
And you have a go for ingress as well, Reed.
Copy that, Wheels. I'm going to squeeze forward. And just bear with me. I'll try and grab your feet. Okay. And try and get those bags out of the way. All right, are you about ready? I'm about ready. Ready to get. I hear you there. That looks good. So, thermal cover. Yeah, I got to turn around and get that thing. Let me see if the tap it and it'll come back to you works. Alex, are my feet oriented in the right direction? Yeah, I guess they're in the clear, and I'm ready to grab them as soon as you want to come in. And where's my right foot right now? That's the DCM cover. Put it a little bit to the left. Yep, perfect. You cleared that. strap here. The Velcro strap is completed.
Copy that, Reed.
Now the goal will be to not accidentally open that back up.
Copy that. And when you're in
Okay, Wheels, I think next step is the hatch.
Actually, not yet. The next step
Nope, SCUs.
is to remove the SCU from the stowage pouch. Remove your Velcro DCM cover and connect the SCU. Verify that it's locked.
E2 SCU connected.
Thank you, Alex.
EV1 SCU connected.
Okay. Copy that both are connected and just verify the SCU handle is locked.
Locked on 1, locked on 2.
Beautiful. Okay. Take water switch to off. Water switch off. You'll get it. Water is off. H2O is off message.
EV1 complete. EV2 water off.
Okay, we have a 2-minute hold here. The caution is do not close the hatch until EMU water is off for 2 minutes. Reed, you can verify that the outer hatch is clear of any hardware on the sealing surface. Just kind of take a look. Make sure you don't have any tethers hanging down there or anything, or tools.
At this point, I can't tell you in 2 minutes, Wheels, but at this point, it looks very clear.
Okay, copy that. And it just so happens to be in 2 minutes we'll have a short handover, so I'll call the handover coming, and then we'll meet you on the other side for the next step, okay?
That sounds great, Wheels.
Six hours, 4 minutes in today's spacewalk. Both crew members now back inside of the Quest airlock. Soon they'll be closing the hatch and beginning the repressurization of Quest, which will signal the end of today's spacewalk.
Great. 20 seconds to a short dropout, and we'll pick you up on the other side.
Sounds good, Wheels. Hey, Reed, how does the access to the hatch look like? Do you think you have enough space? Yeah, right now it looks pretty good. All right, I won't move then. Yeah, don't just stay right there, and we'll see how it goes.
Okay, guys, we're back with you on the other side. How do you hear?
Got you loud and clear, Wheels. EV2.
Okay, copy. Our 2 minutes has elapsed, and so we're ready to close the hatch. So read to verify the outer hatch is clear of hardware. Verify the handle position per the per hatch decal.
That's correct. I backed it off, and it does look clear, although I will watch it as the hatch comes down.
Copy that. You have a go to close and lock the hatch.
That's in work, Wheels.
So again, Gerson Wiseman inside the hatch, inside the airlock, getting ready to close the hatch. Shortly after, we'll get the call to repress. And once that happens, the clock will stop on this spacewalk for today. Currently sitting at 6 hours, 7 minutes, and 35 seconds.
To double check that the hatchway looks clear, it does. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and engage the hatch.
Copy.
Okay, the hatch is closed and in the locked position.
Excellent. Nice job, Reed. Alex, on the UIA, verify or check the oxygen EMU 1 and 2. 2 valves are open.
Verified.
Alex, on the UIA, switch power EV1, EV2, 2 switches to on.
Power EV1 is on. Power EV2 is on. Voltage.
Copy. Verify power EV1, 2, EMU LEDs are on. I think you
Verified.
just... Okay, copy that, Alex. Okay, verify the power EV1, EV2 volts are reading somewhere between 18 and 19 volts.
Good voltage, 18.5. Both.
Perfect, thank you. For both of you, switch power on your DCM, switch power to SCU. Expect a warning tone.
EV1 power SCU, good power restart invite. EV2.
Okay, nice work, guys. This is the point where I'll pass you over to Butch inside. Really, really nice work today. Just great job on the tasks.
Hey, thanks, Wheels. And if we could just take a quick second, we know that there were hundreds, if not thousands, of folks on the EVA recovery team, from the engineers up in Connecticut to the systems folks down in Johnson. And Alex and I would like to express just our huge gratitude for getting us back into planned EVAs, safely outside, safely back in on a great EVA. It's a good day for NASA. It's definitely a good day for the European Space Agency. And with that, I want to hand it off to one of my best friends, Alex Gerst. Yeah, we want to say thanks to all the training teams, both at NASA and ESA, for all the hard work in the NBL that got us to this point. Thanks also for all the support teams at all the centers that support us. And, natürlich auch noch auf Deutsch. Vielen Dank für die tolle Unterstützung zu Hause, speziell ans Deutschzentrum für Luft- und Raumfahrt und für alle weltraumbegeisterten Menschen in Deutschland. All the best. And with that, Butch, over to you. Bring us home.
All right, guys, here we go. The warning says, if on SOP, leave O2 actuator and EVA through the crew lock press. You can confirm that that's not the case.
Not the case for one. Not the case for two.
Okay, first step, O2 actuator to press.
And Alex, if you're there, you can report. It's going to be a minute for me. Yeah. O2 in press for ED2. Let me know if it's...
So a short comm handover waiting for that repress, signaling the end of the EVA.
Outstanding. Okay, if hardline comm available, switch comm mode to hardline.
EVA.
And so getting confirmation that crew lock repress has initiated. Total elapsed time for this EVA, 6 hours, 13 minutes. Repress coming at 1:43 p.m. Central Time.
Houston, the time in step 4 is 18:43.
And so now Wiseman and Gers will wait inside of the crew lock until that pressurization is completed, bringing it back up to the 14.7 psi normalized pressure of the rest of the station. At which point, Bush Wilmore will open up the hatch between the crew lock and the equipment lock, bring them inside, and they can start doffing their spacesuits, bringing a successful end to today's spacewalk. Again, that repress starting at 1:43 p.m. Central Time. Total elapsed time for this spacewalk, 6 hours, 13 minutes. Has touched on repeatedly throughout the day. Very successful, very efficiently done. So again, the total elapsed time for the Spacewalk US EVA 27 today, 6 hours, 13 minutes. As this was the first spacewalk for both Reed Wiseman and Alexander Gerst. They both have lifetime values of 6 hours and 13 minutes. Reed Wiseman will be making one more spacewalk next week. This was the first of 3 planned EVAs for Expedition 41. Next Wednesday on October 15th, Wiseman will suit up again alongside NASA astronaut Butch Wilmore for the second U.S. EVA of the month. And then later on the 22nd, Russian cosmonauts Max Sarayev and Alexander Semakutyaev will stage out of the Russian Pirs docking compartment for a Russian spacewalk. Today, though, brings us to 182 spacewalks in support of station construction and maintenance. Total elapsed time now 1,142 hours and 15 minutes, that adding up to just about 47.5 days spent spacewalking in order to maintain and build this orbiting laboratory. So again, all of the tasks done successfully today. The major task starting off after the successful depress and the switching to battery power at 7:30 a.m. this morning. The 2 astronauts heading outside to set up. They had to bring a number of bags with them, 4 in total. Gerst moved the 2 for the mobile transporter relay assembly over to their initial stow position on a SETA cart before heading out to the space station's robotic arm. Meanwhile, Reed Wiseman, immediately after egress, headed down to the external stowage platform number 2, where they spent a considerable deal of their time today, getting the MLI tent set up and ready before translating back over, grabbing those MTRA bags that Gerst had initially stowed, moving them up to their permanent stowage point where they would be used later on in the spacewalk, and grabbing Gerst's safety tether and moving it back over to ESP-2 with him. Meanwhile, Gerst was setting up and strapping into the space station's robotic arm, setting up the articulating portable foot restraint. He was then flown by Expedition 41 crew member Butch Wilmore, who was working from inside the Destiny laboratory at the robotics workstation, up into the POA, where the failed pump module has been stored since it was taken out and replaced last December 2013 during 2 EVAs by NASA astronauts Rick Mastracchio and Mike Hopkins. Once he arrived, Gerst was able to detach the failed pump module from that payload ORU accommodation unit, back away on the robotic arm, rotate it 180 degrees, and then took a ride across underneath the International Space Station on the end of that robotic arm, again being flown by Wilmore. Once he was flown over to ESP-2, he and Wiseman worked quickly to install it, getting it aligned on the rails and driving it in. About halfway through, Wiseman removed the adjustable grapple bar, which had held the pump module in place these last several months, temporarily stowing it before finishing the install on this pump module. Once it was in, they were able to drive the 4 bolts to hold it securely in place. Wiseman then stowing the adjustable grapple bar into a more permanent fixture. Meanwhile, Alexander Gerst was flown up to the starboard side of Destiny in order to replace a failed light on camera port 13. This is one of the primary lights for visiting vehicles and robotics ops. One of the 2 bulbs inside the light had failed, so he was able to pop in a spare light and remove the failed one, stowing it back inside the airlock. Meanwhile, Reed Wiseman finished up the pump module cleanup task before moving up to the mobile transporter to get ready to install the relay assembly. This was the last major task for them to complete. Once the relay box was installed, he began the meticulous task of routing 4 cables. He routed 2 down the port side. Gerst eventually caught up and got the other 2 down the starboard side. Then the 2 worked in tandem to complete all of the wire tie downs to manage the cables appropriately, get them connected in, and the robotics controllers now able to power that up and start doing some initial checkouts. The two finished up about 15 minutes or so ahead of schedule. And on the way back in, we're discussing potentially doing some get-aheads, but the EVA teams down here deciding they've done more than enough work for the day, giving them the go-ahead to head back inside of the Quest airlock, where they sit now waiting for the repress to complete. Once that's done, they'll be able to move back inside, assisted by Butch Wilmore, get out of their spacesuits, and wrap up a very successful day. We'll continue to stay on the air until we see them make it through that airlock door, get their helmets off, and take one last look at these two successful spacewalkers wrapping up their first foray out into the vacuum of space, Reed Wiseman and Alexander Gerst. So getting confirmation the repress has passed 5 psi, the crew doing a leak check successfully. The mobile transport relay assembly has been successfully checked out by robotics ground controllers. Checkout of the replacement light on camera port 13 will occur tomorrow. So for now, the crew still inside of the crew lock, continuing to wait for the atmosphere to be repressurized to that nominal 14.7 psi.
And Butch, we concur, and you can proceed, and they should be very happy with that.
Copy. Here we go.
So again, getting the call, the crew lock repressurized. Life support officer confirming. So the next major step will be to open up the hatch between the crew lock and the equipment lock. Begin bringing the crew back inside so they can start to remove their EMUs that they've been wearing for the past several hours.
МКС, ТУПО Москвы, ВСГ-2 для Максима.